What up?
What's up?
Chilling.
You catch some of this downside action today?
Yeah, a little bit. It was so frustrating that I caught a decent amount, but
Nice.
not as much as I wanted. But this move definitely helped out a lot.
I paper handed mine a little bit, but still caught a nice portion. I was short at. I just posted the. I just posted. I was short NQ at 26,841.50, and we just tagged like near 600. Uh, might have one more leg lower to go. So Qs can get closer to that previous day low.
I don't like this 15-minute look on SPY.
It's looking bouncy.
We dipped into a gap on SPX, but you had like 5 15-minute candles that were red in a row.
Let me see. Your highest gamma this morning on SPX, it was funny because we were on spaces and I was like, there's no way. And it was 70/70 on SPX. And I was like, there's no way. And lo and behold, I'm pretty sure SPX just hit 70/70. Try and get it pulled up here. SPX hit 70/62. Nice. Yeah, that was earlier after the first flush down. We bounced and we were on spaces. I was like, I don't think that's going to be a low of day. I think we can probably hit that next move downside on the back half. I want to see a tad bit lower, closer to 703 on SPY and 643 on Qs. Those are the puts that I called out this morning. Was the 643s for Friday. Wanted to see both of those hit. I figured if SPX got close to 70/70, we'd probably get close to on SPY and Qs, and maybe it came within a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just reject EMAs and eventually work our way down there. But
That's what I would prefer, but 15-minute looks like it wants to bounce here.
I can't trade futures even if I wanted to because I locked myself out for another 3.5 hours.
Are we cooked, guys? What does that mean?
That SPY's going back to 650.
Should go at least. I mean, whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh!
Headline.
Big candles.
Whoa, what is that?
Previous day low retest on SPY. What's that 15-minute look like now? Oh, there's still 5 minutes left. What's the headline? Don't put the blame on me.
I didn't see a headline though. Vance will depart for Islamabad Wednesday morning.
Dude, what? That's so dumb.
Come on, pop us up to back to 770. Go, pop it, pop it, pop it. Come on, market, we're so back.
We're going to the new all-time highs by Wednesday.
CNN reporting that.
You're about to hit your excuse me. 50% retracement of today's range on Qs at 647. SPYs is at 708. There was a headline earlier about Vance that caused a freaking spike.
Yeah, this is like, well, they were all worried that he wasn't going to go. The talks weren't happening. Now,
Yeah.
talks are happening. Vance will depart for Islamabad on Wednesday morning, per CNN. Does that mean they're going to extend the ceasefire because it's supposed to expire tonight? Or we just bomb them while we're negotiating?
Like, yeah, like what? So the ceasefire ends tonight, but Vance will be there on Wednesday. So that's like they kind of have like a home field advantage. we got to be careful because we got a boy over there. We're playing a little bit of Red Rover with Vance right now. Red Rover. Send Vancy right over.
Come on, squeeze it. Squeeze it.
Negotiations while bombing. What's more American, right?
Why are we stalling so hard right here? Just squeeze it through. IB low. Oh, it's this entire 15-minute consolidation from earlier. There it goes. There it goes. There's some trims.
There, oh, volume.
Maybe we just got the news too early.
God, look at IWM's volume on that candle. Holy shit.
Meta screaming higher right now.
All right, your midpoint hit 647. Let's say it's a short.
Meta is flying. Exxon dropping. We have VWAP on NQ and QQQ.
That's 40 points off that rejection. Right off the midpoint line. What's oil doing?
Rugged.
Rugged! Oh, yeah. Back to previous day high on oil. Is that previous day high? Well, no. Kind of. Not really. So where that spike was at 6. There you go. We can go down just a tad bit more. Like 645, 65 on Qs. There you go. Boom.
All right, do you long right here on this back test? Yesterday's low, SPY?
Potentially. Long.
I don't like that IB rejection.
All right, there's over 50 points. SPY's back testing 5-minute EMAs. Q's not quite there, but regardless, that was your short scalp. Now watch to see if they hold it here and send it back up. All I've done today is short the pops, so I've had no reason to look for longs.
Can we hold?
700 back test 599. Let's see. Yes.
Long, long, long. We just take it back to 800.
Freaking Apple. Look at Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't care. Microsoft's at high of day. Meta just went green. Google is about as shitty as Apple. Nice pop, but they just slammed Google straight back down.
Clears back over right here. 745, 770, 800, your targets. NVIDIA is not participating. Couldn't get back over 200. Microsoft is pushing towards highs. Google's still very weak. Meta decently strong. Amazon okay. I don't like what NVIDIA is doing here.
Short that thing. If you took the NVIDIA 200 with me this morning on X Spaces, they were in the money. It is now just runners only. Looking for potentially 198.50. By that point, it's just a free trade. But that previous day high this morning did not like 202.
Come on, get through third.
All right, give me 1 second, guys.
I'm out. Out of my longs.
So now we're still inside previous day. I honestly think if you take a fib on cues from previous day high to previous day low, your midpoint is 645.65, which is just right there where that 5-minute 9 is at. So we are, I mean, and yesterday, if you just look at cues, same thing. We flushed, largest move of the day was downside, and then we kind of just slow grinded and chopped. There was nothing else really to do. Spy's chart yesterday was disgusting. Drop and then chop, slow grind. But Spy is underneath previous day low right now on this candle. I would still like this as head lower. I don't see why that headline's that significant to cause that much of a spike. Back underneath 700. They break the EMAs. I mean, next target downside, 645 on cues, and then low of day near 643.40. So for NQ, 670. That'll be about 80 points from the midpoint line for the short. After that, back down to 30, and low of day is 600. It'd be insane. That'd be a 150 point drop straight from the line again. It's the third time we've hit that midpoint line today. Every single time we've hit it, it was a short. We haven't had a 5-minute candle close above in what, 3 hours now? There you go.
I'm back. Ooh,
Bust it
we
down,
failing?
Tatiana. Bust it down. Bust it down, bust it down. Oh, yeah, yeah. Tatiana or Tatiana. Depends on the day.
Depends how she acting.
Yeah, depends on how she acting today. Who is that? It's my neighbor. Call her Tatiana.
I think they may try to hold it here.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if honestly we just chop around again until MOC.
We got 2 more hours of this?
Yep.
We couldn't even make it to like previous day's low. It's such just dumb. I do not like where we rejected though.
'Cause I gotta go get a haircut soon. I ain't sitting watching this price action no more. Oh, I gotta see what the wait time is.
Could be a flag here. Held the EMAs. Look at Spy holding on for dear life. Look at the volume that stepped in on IWM. There we go. Now go. Go. Go, 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 go. There it is. There it is. Come on. Clear this. Shoot us back to the middle. Come on, get back inside the IB. Frankie with the camera on. Let's go. Frankie's ready for business.
What's going on?
I don't know. I don't love this trade, but I'm in it. T-Mobile headline?
T-Mobile.
Deutsche something. Oh, team is ripping. TMUS. Not only did I hold the long, I had trimmed some and I added back on that little 5-minute blip into the EMAs. I took some of it back off here into IB low. We just bust through this. Meta looks really good. EMD looks great. Microsoft's still stuck at the same high. Oh, we need something to push us. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
JD Vance's
Oh,
planned trip to Islamabad for Iran deal has been put on hold.
That was like 4 hours ago. Where'd you see that?
I just saw a post just come out at 2:03. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like,
From
that
who? Who posted that?
is that an old post or is this a new headline?
Who posted it?
Let me click on the notification.
It's Unusual Wells. They love to send out headlines like 5
It's
hours after
Unusual
they happen.
Wales.
Yeah, there you go. There's your culprit.
I'm like, what? I was like, what? Yeah, Financial Juice just put one out. Iran had not informed Pakistan whether it would attend talks.
God, we cannot get back in. Get back in the IB, and we got to get ES back in yesterday's low. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, push, 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 push.
Someone say Casey only wants to watch downside price action. Have you not seen the charts today? Of course. I'm looking at downside price action every opportunity. There's not been a single reason for scalping. Different story. Scalping, different story. Like EMP, he can snipe it on a dip real quick, pop that thing back up, and catch a really nice move on longs. Right? Scalping back and forth, different story. I'm not talking about scalping. I'm looking at the over. You looking at SPY right now on the chart today? No reason. I have no reason since this morning, since 10:35, to ever look for longs.
Except maybe this 15-minute reversal.
Maybe.
I mean, this is a beautiful morning star on the 15.
I am not taking. I know I can't take any more futures, but
I don't know, I feel like I'm being greedy, but I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm trying to go with the flow a little bit more in this market than because these moves have still been crazy. VIX is back under 20.
I mentioned this morning I made a post too, and I'm still looking at it now. If you look at your net drift on your premiums, and I got SPY pulled up, and I can check Qs, but your put premiums have outweighed your call premiums all day. Calls have been falling off since 10 a.m., and your puts started to really, they held all morning while the calls were falling off, accelerated the move downside. Then the second downside move that we had after 12:30, your calls were still creeping down, but then your puts shot up. So that accelerated the next move downside. And now we're back flat on both calls and puts. Like there's nothing telling me that there are big buyers coming into play right now. When I see that, and it lines up with the chart, then I can start looking for longs. So until then, bigger picture does not tell me to long.
I did look at QQQ 650 as his like double top potential on the daily this morning, and then when it pushed away from it, I was like, "Oh, I should have got short way sooner." The problem was the
That-
IB was so bullish at first, and then ES fell apart, and then Qs followed it. And I was like, "God, bless,
That was
I should've been
exactly
short
where
way
that's
sooner."
exactly where I took the short, was up there, especially on the 5 minute. You'll see
Yeah.
it popped
Well-
up into it, and then those two candles right after it got slapped back down, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
It was this candle
there. That
this
candle there is
and then I was
Uh-huh.
and then right here I was like, okay, we're still holding, and then when they did the same freaking candle again,
Right there. So
they
the
did
first one there,
indecision, and they did this
Yep.
one, and they wicked above it a second time. And when I saw this, I was like, fuck, I gotta get out.
yep, the first ones where I went short NQ, I scalped it down. I was like, okay, cool. Then we stalled, and then that next candle that you pointed out right there, which is at 10:45, I was like, I'm going into QQQ puts now, and I caught and it was just accelerated after that. That was like the only and main thing that I've done was just short there, and then continue to short pops. Data source for options flow. For options flow, I use Bullflow. When I'm talking about the premiums on like SPY and Qs that was showing all of these things, that's from Quant Data. That's going to show me the net flow. It's going to show me the net
Careful.
drift.
IWM
And also
and
the heat map.
ES are dropping. I'm about to move the stuff up pretty tight here just in case.
You're welcome. If you're interested in using Bullflow or Quant Data, you can use my name, and you should get, I think both of them are discount codes indefinitely on both of those, I believe, for Bullflow and Quant Data. So if you want to check them out, I think they both have free trials, but then you can also get discount indefinitely as well. If you have any questions or need help, just send me a DM on X, or if you're in the Discord, just let me know, because we have channels for all that.
All right, Camille. Green on the day, and you're out. I love that. Done for the day.
Let's go.
Do you guys think Carr is going to? No, I don't think Carr is going to 1,000.
Dude, that name has been hot today. Everyone's talking about it.
Everybody's been talking about it just because of the squeeze.
750 calls this morning kept getting hit. Then they hit the 850s.
Do I think it's going to? I have no reason to think it's going to 1,000. It shouldn't be where it is. That doesn't mean it's shorted either. Well, yeah, a ton of people will lose their britches over that name. This, honestly, it's kind of interesting that this has been a better squeeze than GME, honestly. And it's the second time it's done it. Oh my God, I stayed in this trade by freaking 2 points.
Qs is holding up so much better than SPY and IWM. It's still holding 5 minute.
Why do you want me to look at Volkswagen, Finster?
Says it was the best squeeze ever.
I don't know. Personally, I don't care about stock squeezes at all. Like, I literally, what do you get from it?
Dude,
God.
and the freaking options aren't cheap on car either. Like, they're
Oh,
expensive.
they're crazy expensive.
The 750s that they're hitting, these ones, they're buying them from, they started buying them around $10,000 a piece. And then they bought some more at 17,000, 13,000, 12,000. Last order, they bought more at 16,000 per contract. Like, and they're not even that far out. They're for freaking 5/8/2026.
Aki, you're in the you're on the wrong channel if you're asking this question. I honestly, you don't need to be treating period if this is a real question. If you're being sarcastic, then okay, I don't know you well enough to know if this is sarcastic or not, but yeah, Finster, I know the chart, but what do I gain from looking at the Volkswagen chart or the GME chart or any? I mean, if you guys want to gamble, like, yeah, throw some money on car, go throw some money on black, throw some money on every spot on the Baccarat table and just hope that like something hits big, but it won't. It's just dumb. Now, if you built a position in car, which somebody tell me that you built a position in car under $100, even under $120 or at $100, like, here. Tell me that you built a position in car with something under a $130 average, and I'll tell you congrats. You have no edge. I mean, people love to, it's literally a pet peeve of mine. People talk about these short squeeze stocks and and all they do is get burned over and over and over for no reason. You have zero edge. Come on, flag, break higher. God bless. Mother.
Oh, what the shit? Oh! Big old candle coming in.
Oh, I got stopped. The hell's the headline? Here we go. Iran's foreign minister says blocking the Iranian ports is an act of war and violates ceasefire. I have absolutely worked my ass off today to not make that much money. It's so frustrating. God, it looked like we were about to freaking pop too on this 5-minute right here. They said nope. Well, there goes that. I'm up $250 in one account. I'm up $19 in one account. And 42. What is that total? $300. Oh. Yeah, for anybody that's joined late, Paper Gains was on here this morning. In the YouTube chat, it is the pinned message. Free webinar for trading around earnings. Something that's actually a system. It is not gambling. That'll be on Thursday. Free webinar. I know a lot of you traders out there, if you want to expand your knowledge, if you want to learn something, how to trade around earnings, if you're a newer trader, either of these apply. I've been through that training myself. It is great. Yeah, can't even buy a share of car with what I made today. Damn it.
Close your puts on IWM. Let's go. Look at that. Back down to low of day. It's also 90 points still from the midpoint line rejection as well. Nice job. Nice job, bro Seth Smith. Yeah, IWM's volume has been... Whenever those big spikes come in, volume on IWM has been a little bit better. You took it from 32 to 80? Hell yeah. It's like 150%.
By the way, guys, I get this question like every day, basically at this point. I use multiple news sources from all over the place. A decent amount of money is spent on it. I have live squawk in my ear from 2 different people. I use X. I mean, for you guys, if you just refresh X fast enough, follow the right accounts, you'll be able to see most of the headlines pretty quickly. But there's Benzinga terminals, there's Reuters terminals. I know people with access to the Bloomberg terminal. There's Financial Juice. There's 97 other accounts to follow. So, yeah. Or you can just make sure that you're caught up to live on the live stream, and you guys know that I'm going to call it all out to you. Frankie just went from the office to the mountains. Oh, now he's back. I don't know. Oil's still under 90. VIX is over 20. So no real edge there either direction. We're under IB, and we could not get back inside yesterday's range on SPX. We got a full-on political debate going on in the chat now too. Let's go. Let's just make it a day, huh? So that Morningstar reversal from earlier on ES, the wick is holding right there on that spot in 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on that. Inverse fair value gap right here on the 15, but you rejected 4 candles in a row at the IB low. Kind of tough. I don't know. The I don't mind having discussions and talks about the political stuff going on. I care more about how it affects trading in the market and the market's reaction to it. But the one thing that surely all of us can agree on is that nobody has all the information of what's going on. Nobody. You're getting bits and pieces from different sources, different sides of the equation, and neither side has all the information, much less the general public. So all the arguing is actually kind of funny. So to me, it's just entertaining. Somebody argues one side or the other, mostly because of their political stance and affiliation, more so than anything. But literally nobody knows what intel the US has. Nobody knows what intel any other country has over there, because they don't share that stuff. Everything else is conjecture. And then on top of that, there's propaganda everywhere. Even more than there's ever been because of social media. I got zero trade right here. Hour and a half to go. Not trying to do anything, honestly, until we get some kind of change here. Seems more like a profit-taking day than anything ahead of everything. I mean, obviously, deadline day again tonight / tomorrow, possible renegotiations or continued negotiations tomorrow. But also, you just have tons of earnings that started this morning, continue this afternoon, continue the rest of this week into next week. Massive run up, slight stall. Do people maybe take some profit, just take a few chips off the board? Are people still chasing in? Yes, I think all of that's true, which makes a pretty good case for choppy, slow fade type of price action like we saw today. And I'm saying all that without trying to be revisionist or hindsight. It's just, here's the context of what's going on. You guys are still going after it in the chat. SLNH. So let's look at a chart. Daily chart. SLNH. What is this? Soluna Holdings. Jesus Christ. This already doesn't look like... What is this? No, this looks terrible. And your only hope is to maybe hold this 200 day at the low of day today at $1.40 and hope for maybe a short squeeze. You got to put some catalyst type of stuff in behind this, but I mean, look how many times you've done this pattern. Could it pop further? Yeah, it could, but dude, a 200-week moving average is almost a 10x from here. Stock would have to 10x to reach its 200-day moving average. We're in a raging bull market. I don't know. It just doesn't catch my attention. Unless there's some kind of like major catalyst. But look at this thing. I mean, just from the technical perspective, you could say that this looks okay on a weekly. Just slow, and powerful move out of it. But obviously, the overall trend's down. Could be a repeat of one of these moves here. Pops and then just fades. I would bet money that this, I mean, if I had to take a trade on here, I would bet money on being short. Just based on what this looks like. But if there's fundamental reasons or something to go with it, then There you go. Sammy, what are we doing, Sammy? Nothing. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing. We have extension to the downside that came back, try to get back inside previous day's low on SPY. Yes, SPX, and failed. We are trying to get into a gap fill and a historic bull run to the upside. We dipped into it, buyers showed up, but we couldn't reclaim into pre-session. On QQQ or NQ, either one, you had IB low here that you could not work your way back into. So wow, NQ's was much different looking too. QQQ could not get back into it. And you're trading based on yesterday's range. You're holding the lower end of value. You're unable to get through yesterday's POC at 730. So there's your current trading range until proven otherwise. Rafi, I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Shout out to Casey and Frank hanging out with me. Frank been here pretty much all day hanging out. Paper this morning. Will came by a couple times. Casey here this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and here in the bigger, like, so you don't hear Casey just sitting here trying to short it over and over and over again, because he's looking at this going, okay, it's still a powerful uptrend that is starting to stall, but there's no real break of structure this way. There's short opportunities, of course, all depending on your time frame. But once you get a short move, you know that the overall trend has been incredibly, like, historically strong. So you know the shorts are going to be short-lived. People are going to get out quickly. They're going to take profit. And there's going to be some buyers that are still trying to chase this thing. They say, oh, hey, we finally, like on SPY, we finally got below a previous day. Okay, maybe I'll start buying some down here. And they'll buy. They're probably comfortable buying all the way down to here. You don't know their time frame, but that's just some of the context, some of the market awareness. But once you see stuff like this, you're like, okay, shorts kind of hit target. We've got below previous day's low. Now you see, can we get back into it? Or if you got short off a rejection, I don't hate that either, because you know your risk reward. You also know your risk reward if you shorted 720s, 730s on. I mean, you probably could have shorted here multiple times and risked 20 points, and you're sitting comfortably in a short. You probably got a nice trim for a 50, 60, 70 point gain. Like Finster, I think, is in this trade. Can SPX go back down to 70.69? You're just almost there. You're just at 72. Now you're bouncing the other direction. I don't know. I mean, even I was getting frustrated cheering for this breakdown here, even though the price action was looking like a breakdown. I was getting frustrated with it, but the EMAs were holding. The trend was down, but I knew I needed to lock in profit down here, and got long. Got some trims off, managed risk, knowing that today has been more profit. And look, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. This maybe could be considered not a lower high, but I can still see this as lower highs.
I love how you pack it. It's hilarious.
Old habits die hard. It's just fun to. Or
What are you
every
doing?
kid in my high school used to walk around just doing this.
Yeah.
Not with a can, but just walking
Yeah,
around.
no, just doing it with
it's
your
like
fingers.
it's like a
Yeah.
nervous tick.
Yeah, same thing in my high school. Even though I only went there for a whole like 6 weeks.
Do I feel like your
And I
your high
lickety
school and where you
split.
grow up? It's like you could have just like picked up like one of the towns out of like Arkansas and just moved it to north of LA.
That's exactly
That's
Yes.
what it feels like.
That's what
just
it
from
feels
based on what
like.
You're telling me.
yeah.
Lenny's talking about NVO. I've been watching NVO pretty closely. This NVO, I feel like this thing has been unfairly beaten up, and it is at a very interesting spot down here. And I'm just kind of watching if we get that.
I think you'd be surprised that there's some real necks in Ohio, bro.
There's some in Ohio too. Wow, Gabriel's a freak. I love that.
He's a super freak.
We do have oil coming in just a little bit here, back under 90. If oil's able to fall, that will help the market try to get back up in here into the middle. From a statistical standpoint, QQQ should close up here somewhere because it took out previous day's high, did not take out previous day's low. So normally you close green on the day. Just statistically, even though we're been outside of the norm statistical. SPY should not close up here, or it should close below here. Apple headline. There's an Apple headline around their new CEO and AI. Somebody saying that in a positive manner. Evan just got rocked up. Missouri town voted out. The data center thing is interesting. I saw a lot of people in Texas. They were doing some reports on like we're gonna run out of water or something in Texas. I don't know, Bo. A lot of fresh water in Arkansas, though. Oh, Evan is here. The water thing is FUD, Black Mamba? I don't know. I was reading an actual data report that said just based on the amount of water usage and it has to do not with just data centers, but with the overall population growth, the trajectory of Texas. It was a pretty interesting report that I was reading while I went to bed last night. That's been kind of my like the thing I've been trying to do is like we just read one piece of somebody that's very educated. Don't have to agree with everything they say, but just one, read one piece of whatever smart information. Try to get 1% better every day. So Big Red. Big Red's back. Oh, and all of you guys that are waiting on the New York event. We had another meeting on it last night. It's gonna be so awesome though. I think this thing's gonna sell out so fast though. I just saw who all we confirmed. Oh, oh. Can't say anything else. I will say this, guys. You definitely want to have notifications on because we're going to have to simultaneously launch this between all the different big names that are coming in their communities, plus obviously our community here, the wolf trading community. So it's going to be, I don't know, I think it's going to be a boat race to buy the tickets. Yeah, Tommy was so confused. Jordan, Tommy was texting me last night. He was like, "Oh, I'm staying at this hotel in Manhattan." I was like, "Dude, it was in August, not April." Tommy, you're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to come back to NYC in August. Jordan, have you done your flight yet, by the way? Is that a no? I just see you shaking your head.
I thought I was unmuted.
Nice. So you just like taunting me. I didn't know what you were doing.
No, probably do that after the stream. I also have to film a video. I'm gonna do a back testing video because I need a good back testing session. It's been a while, anyways. So we're gonna record it and post it for y'all because why not? And you guys get to see like my real-time thought process because none of you really get to see it because I'm not here on stream doing it. I'm on Spaces. So that'll be kind of cool.
Yeah. Plus, during the day, sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's not. I definitely like having those videos there for people to go watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna back test like 2 weeks, I think. Just make that a video. What I usually do.
We watched Kevin Warsh this morning in the Senate. That was terrible.
I wasn't watching, but I was obviously reading all the headlines. It's wild. Jordan's jamming out. I am vibing. Yeah. I'm on a good vibe right now.
You're
And take any
vibing?
trades. I'm 0-0 this entire week. Still got room to go 3-0. Still got room.
You got a little Kodak.
Still got
Kodak
room. Last
Black
week
going
was
over there?
4-1. Last week was 4-1. This week gonna be 3-0. Come on.
I ain't dissing on nobody beat. I'm vibing on the beat. Honestly.
Ooh,
What a good song, No Flocking.
I had a feeling it would put that on the chart. Oh shit. Might be a little
What?
bit too early, but SPX daily chart.
Yeah, I saw this earlier. I really wanted to close under here in the
Yep.
gap.
That's
Also QQQ.
so it's like it's still a little bit too early, but
You got this little double top action up here.
yucky. It's already printing a sell signal on SPY.
Jordan threw that hat away and put on a 40. Throw that hat away and put on a 44.
You want to give me one? Sure.
K Warsh is more of a
send me
hawk or
one.
I don't know. We'll have to see how Warsh is going to be. He was decently hawkish when he was previously a Fed member. From what I researched, I mean, he's probably going to try to cut rates. He's saying all the right things today, of course, like you would expect him to say. But his the balance sheet thing is what I think people will be a little bit concerned about, or at least paying close attention to. This looks like it's going to break downside here, guys. I'm not in anything, but I ain't dissing on nobody, B. Just vibing on the beat.
Catch some good trades up. You fade
Dude,
the
I've
IB to the low, like
I've had
once you
such
kind
a-
of realized we were going to the low.
No, so first I was trying to go IB high until ES broke
Yeah.
down. Let me pull it up here. I was trying to get long in this area, and then once we failed and rejected here, then I got out of that. I did catch. I got ran over on one trade, then I made it back, and then I got short on this somewhere in here. Let me see, 5 minute. What did I do? I don't know. I've been all over the place. I got most of this short. I got out a little bit early here because it just started getting super jumpy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I caught some of this long on this news pump. Managed it okay. I'm up like a total of $300 across 3 accounts. It's just kind of dumb, but I'm kind of okay with it.
It's not a bad day.
Wash is definitely how my mother talks about washing dishes or clothes.
That's what I
She-
think about every time I hear his name.
Every time I just think of, and I had to work to get that out of my vocabulary.
Luckily, that was never a part of my vocabulary growing up as a kid. Even though I heard it all the time, I never picked it up. But everyone, all my
I
grandparents
had it.
still say it all the time.
Till I went to college and started traveling more and neutralizing. And once I started learning Spanish, learning a second language helped me neutralize my English because I was talking to a lot of ESL, people that spoke English as a second language too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I got to speak more neutral. Then every once in a while it comes back. Like right now, it just comes back a little bit.
I mean, depends on who you hang around, Bo. Sometimes it just comes out.
Give me a little Jack D in me, just comes back a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
Put a little bottom lipper in, just hook a lip a little bit, man. Well, tell you what, boy. But yeah, dude, to this day, I'm 36 years old, I think. Yeah, 36. I go home to take care of business, whatever, visit my parents. My mom, hey, you got any clothes up there for me to wash? Yes, ma'am, I do. What a saint. Shout out to my mom. Jordan, have you seen today's thumbnail?
I have. It's phenomenal. My eyebrows.
I did
Nice and
I did
dark.
say Washington when I was a kid too.
Nice and dark.
Washington.
Over there in Washington D.C. Shout out to all the Southern mamas. Shout out to all the mamas out there. It's almost Mother's Day. Guys, here's a friendly reminder. PSA, Mother's Day is coming. Start planning now. Do something special. It's 2026. Do something special for your mother.
Wait,
Facts.
what?
It's like 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Oh, plenty of time. We still got to get through Cinco de Mayo.
Look,
Then we
save,
can worry about Mother's Day.
save your money on the fake ass holiday. Spend that money on your mother instead. You're welcome.
Thoughts on 680 being a target for spy? I mean,
Cinco de Mayo, I'll go on my Cinco de Mayo rant.
that's a stretch, but maybe. They're going to have a lot more traffic before that.
Do we have any? Are there any Mexicans in the chat?
See,
I want to know if you celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
I do.
You're not Mexican, sir.
I order tacos every Cinco de Mayo.
You're a Mexican.
Mexican.
I'm Mexican.
I'm white like Wonder Bread. That's
White like Wonder Bread.
fucking good.
Your name
I'm
is
sorry to
Colin.
get- dude, I've
Your
been
name,
fucking
your name
in
is
the
Colin
sun.
Johnson. I could have guessed that you were white as Wonder Bread just by that.
Before I leave here, because I'm gonna go back to California in like end of May, into June, because I gotta go to Havasu. Dude, I'm gonna be roasted coming from here. Then I'm gonna go out to Lake Havasu and get roasted for a week out there. Oh my goodness.
I just want to point out Matthew Burson claims to be Mexican. KC, also known as Steven, claimed to be Mexican.
Esteban.
Esteban. Was that your name in Spanish
Esteban.
class?
Esteban to you. It was.
In Spanish class, did y'all
In
have to
Spanish
have,
class,
did y'all have
they
to have
always call
Mexican
me-
names?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
remember
All
what mine
3
was.
years that was Esteban.
I think
I
I was
will
like Rafa or something. Rafa. Black Mama said I was Diego. Colin was Jose. Colleen.
They would just call me Jordan.
Jordan.
That's what I say when I get in an
Jordan.
Uber now. I'm like, para Jordan.
Rooster was Gallo.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get a haircut.
A lot of you guys did this. This is funny. I didn't think about this until just now. Like, I wonder if everyone did this. Everyone that took a Spanish class had some kind of Spanish name for their Spanish class.
Of course.
Ruben, Mateo,
Mm.
Matthew. You are not Mateo. You're Matty B. Look, the point being is Cinco de Mayo is it's not an actual holiday. Nobody in Mexico's ever even heard of it. In the US, the like actual Mexicans that I know, none of them celebrate it. It's some Hispanic culture celebrations do happen. But it's not like it's not a thing in Mexico. I can say that.
Gabriel.
Chato. Hey, my nephew, we call him Chato. How do you guys celebrate Juneteenth? Take the day off.
What's Juneteenth again?
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Poppy, Poppy.
Yes.
What's
Oh, volatility.
Somebody said there went my trade, Fenster. Oh shit.
yeah? I don't.
I don't even have my
see-
charts open.
I don't see anything. Nope. I don't see any headline yet. Where is it?
There definitely is one.
I got nothing, guys. Nope. Not a single.
Iran seeing signs that the U.S. is willing to drop the blockade.
AP News. Iran is seeing signs that the U.S. is ready to lift the blockade. Okay. Whatever. Fade that.
So let's take a vote here. Is Vance traveling and attending talks or not?
I think he is.
People are telling me no.
I mean, is he currently? I don't think he's departed.
No, he has not departed.
Will he? Will he? I would be willing to bet that yes. Dude, Jordan, did you see that Evan posted? He made a good post last night, and somebody stole it. And got like 2.5 million.
No.
Bro, go look at his timeline from this morning. He quoted
Cooked.
Dude, somebody, and I mean, when I say stole the
Bruh.
post, word for word,
Stole that shit.
bar for bar, stole his flow, bro. And the post went viral, and it was literally
Stole that shit.
Evan's post first. And we even talked about it on Socks on Spaces while he was making the post. He was like pulling up the guy's LinkedIn. Pain, but also stole that shit.
Stole that shit.
Give me that. You don't know what to do with that. That I talk facts. Yeah, that was my takeaway, Evan. Anybody that says, "Oh, your post just too well because it's a big account," it was a good post.
I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm going to take my son to get a haircut with me. And that's it for me for the day. So, guys, I will catch you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.
Yep.
All right, Casey.
Sounds good, Casey.
Later.
Yeah, Evan, you're just good at making posts, bro. It's not just the account. I agree. Agreed. That proves it. Smiles.
That's fine. I got a couple DMs that some people just turn on the stream in the background. They don't even watch the stream. They just listen to me do the news. All right, whatever, bro. Also, big shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to the stream itself. Wolf Trading. We do this all day, every day. A little pop back here towards the middle of the day. Presented by Leverage Shares. I bet some of those tickers are doing incredible last 2 weeks. Go to leverageshares.com. Check out the 2x leverage ETFs. Also check out the thematic buckets that they have. NATO being a really interesting one. All the defense stuff going on. A lot of other humanoid robot ones. Some really good thematic investing baskets. OpenAI is releasing image generation 2.0. Yeah, shout out to David too. Why not? Reverse shout out. Golfing and listening. That's awesome. One. Brewster, that was a terrible attempt, but all right. Shout out to Constant BS Headlines. What else do we want to shout out today, guys? Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Frank. And last but not least,
Bing bang.
shout out to me. Remember when Snoop Dogg was like, Snoop Dogg said,
Big bang.
last
Another
but not
one.
least, I would like to thank me.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I'm not touching this dumb thing.
We got to figure out what the banger post of the week is this week.
Oh, new member.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Wolfpack, sir. Give me a howl, Jordan.
A little slow on that, my bad.
Shout out to my ostomy pouch. for
What
being
viral
weird so
post are we
much.
making this week, chat? Give some ideas.
Let's go.
Sorry, I had to
Appreciate
spaz
you
for a
supporting the
second.
channel. Guys, make sure you like the stream as well. Help get us out there in the algo more. We continue to grow the Wolfpack. Subscribe, of course, so you know whenever we go live each morning. Be a friend, tell a friend, invite a friend. Text some trader you know, just send them the link. Be like, hey, these guys are entertaining. They give you breaking news. Sometimes they make good trades. Shout out to Adderall XR. There you go. I miss my Adderall so much. I moved to a country where I cannot get Adderall. So here I am just all over the place.
Oh shit!
Somebody asked me, how do you listen to two different things in two different ears? 'Cause I have crazy ADHD and I can't take Adderall. Shout out Evan. Okay, we'll shout out Evan. Yeah, shout out Evan.
It's all right. No, shout out Evan, the goat.
What else do we want to shout out? Shout out ADHD. A shout out to Samsung for this 49-inch monitor. Shout out to
Emotionally bankrupt
shout out to
every
Dan.
single-
Hey, look at this guy.
Gentlemen,
Oi.
use that term very loosely.
I saw your Patriots are poaching a receiver. Did you see that yesterday?
Who?
Let me find the full post.
It's actually not a bad post idea, Nick Fox.
Well, was the AJ Brown news?
Yeah.
Well, that hasn't gone through yet. They're saying that it is going to go through on June 1st, I think.
Why? Oh my goodness.
Also, Vrabel getting a little salty in the offseason, huh? Oh, Vrabel going after Rossini.
Yeah.
Respect. Hey, game respect.
Yeah,
game.
that's what we do at Wolf as well, Nick.
What do we do?
Content.
Oh.
This is not a bad
Am-
spot to take another short. I'm actually still in a short from earlier, way earlier. Just been sort of massaging it. I was looking for 71.12 on ES as my target. Got it. We sort of broke below it. Got to 7100. I still carried a couple contracts left. I just re-entered about an hour ago at 71.25 and exited 71.12 again. And now I think I just added back again. So this is sort of the like fourth or fifth add back. And I'll exit in total probably over 71 like 36 area. That's sort of where I'm giving it a little bit of a loose and wide here. I'm also long oil. I'm long oil at what am I long oil at? 88.70, 88.74.
Once I get to about the third or fourth like add to a trade, I usually just okay, let's just move the stop and profit. Forget about it. Unless it's
Yeah,
a good trend. Unless it's a good trend.
I just think I think there's a possibility for. I mean, as we get later in the day, I won't be in this much longer than 3:30. I don't really like those sort of past 3:30 trades. You guys know I tend to be done by that time. But I mean, we have a huge volume gap all the way down to 7042 on ES. I mean, on daily, there's nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. So we have unfinished business down to there.
Yeah, we dipped into the gap on SPX from Friday, and I was like, come on, just do it. And then they just all the shorts are like, okay, we'll just take some profit.
Yeah.
They're scared.
It's been a crazy rip move.
Oh my goodness, I know. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I've had to like trade differently, and I hate doing that.
Yeah, I tend to not.
I just
try
know how
very hard to not really adjust my. I'm always sort of going to be looking for those mean reversions, and then those volume voids that I'm looking for, sort of those swift moves through.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what I thought we were going to get it actually yesterday, but we ended up getting it today, which was a nice little move there. We'll see what happens into the close here if they sell this into the close. I mean, we're sitting right at the open for QQQ. If you look sort of that opening wick on QQQ, I don't know. You got QQQ open? Put it on a 5-minute chart. You can sort of see right where we are right now. Yeah, we're sort of revisiting that area.
Yeah, yesterday's close as well, right here.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a good area if you want to take a stab to take a short. You have a nice little spot here where I think you can manage yourself pretty nicely. I wouldn't be longing into this by any means. We're going into the highest volume node of the day. That's really not my type trade. I'm not looking for that to continue, but it very well could. But it's more of a just not my type of trade. I'm looking for that to reject here and go back sort of towards the lows. I don't know what an inverse head and shoulders is. I don't play those.
Yeah, the other thing would be is if SPX just gravitates back to the 7100. I hope it doesn't, but
I mean, it could. I mean, it's close enough where that could be a pull for sure. My money's been made. I have sort of a couple of spots or a couple contracts left.
I've been all over the place today. I feel like I did a ton of work to make a little bit of money. I mean, I made
Small
money,
amount.
so can't be like upset. But like the amount of like thought and effort that I put into it. I don't know. And to the point we were making earlier, Dan, I don't necessarily like change my strategy. I just change my style a little bit. It's like I'm similar to you. Like I revert to the mean type of trading, but because of this like historic bull run or whatever you want to call it, I've had to like kind of go against my thoughts a couple days or just stay out of it.
That was just a nasty. Everyone seems to have gotten caught off guard. Then sort of oil hedge type unwinds.
Mhm.
I think certainly kicked into play there. But that's what that was. Is it was a nasty sort of squeeze unwind type trade, and when those happen, they do end at some point. And when they do end, they sort of just float back to where they came from.
Like they can end very violently. Well, like everyone and their mother was hedged, and so when all those hedges started unwinding,
even my hedges were hedged.
Yeah,
I was hedging my hedges with other hedges.
Well, we talked about it talked about it with you multiple times, through late February and into March. And then like even when I was out there in Puerto Rico during March, we talked about like the breakdown just really can't like get a crazy breakdown because everyone's hedged for it and protected by it. And then once it started recovering, everyone had to fly back out. And then you had to chase, just a dog chasing its tail.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But if there's one thing that I am happy about how I've done is like coming back into all-time highs, just knowing like, okay, I can't trade the exact same way that I normally trade within ranges. So I've just been a little bit sized down, a little bit. Actually, I don't even know that I'm that sized down because the VIX has come in. But just a little bit, I'm a little bit quicker on stuff. I hate playing longs on trend days, but I've forced myself to do it a couple times.
Come on, dump it.
right into that 770 on NQ. We got a headline here.
I hit it at 70.
Dadgummit. I should
It,
have
the, the wick, I had an offer in and it took me out. I'm short my personal account. I'm short 20. Oh, yes. That was some wick. Down to 6. It's wiki.
another
Some news
off
coming
the
in.
wall. Yeah, it's some off the wall headline source again.
What was it?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, so
Trump
Fenster-
discusses
Fenster,
canceling
I think-
Vance's
I
trip
think
due to
that-
Iran's unwillingness to offer concessions on enrichment.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think that Fenster trading doesn't need to change. However, sizing does, and size of your stops does. I mean, you just have to be wider. You cannot-
Iran rejects negotiations conducted under pressure or aimed at surrender. So they're kind of
Yeah.
saying they're not going.
So,
Sure.
so essentially, it's we ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, I agree, Nora. Nice change sizing.
I change my
Wider
sizing, I
stance.
adjust my sizing, and I widen up. And when you get these jumpy moves, you have to be able to weather those wicky, nasty moves that are going to happen. So otherwise you're just going to get chopped to death.
There's two more. Pakistan's effort to persuade the U.S. to lift the naval blockade and release the Iranian ship and its crew have not yet yielded results. Iran could attend talks in Pakistan if the U.S. abandoned its policy of pressure and threats. It's just algos. And honestly, if you look like a book map or anything, or even your DOM, the order book's been pretty thin today.
And that's what it is. It's just those jumpy moves, and then it settles back into whatever it was doing beforehand. So
Yep.
people these quick algos want to take that. They want to get that move as soon as that headline comes out, because occasionally a headline will come out and NQ is going to rip 500 points in 5 minutes. We saw that in April with the tariffs. Remember that stuff? I mean, that was some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. But that's where these algos that are jumping on every headline, they don't care if they lose a couple. They're gonna lose a couple because they're gonna hit one like that at some point, and they probably did last week.
There's a Wall Street Journal article out as well.
Go on.
I'm trying to. Vance pauses trip to Pakistan for talks as ceasefire deadline looms.
I think that news was out earlier that he was not going, right? Or was reported that he was.
It's been reported both multiple directions.
Hims is down today.
I thought she was thinking. I don't want to. I didn't put them on.
Hims is down, but it dipped and recovered everything.
Her door was shut. I don't know what was done.
Frank, you got a hot mic?
I got a hot mic. Hang on.
Good work, Frank.
Some days he gets a phone call and I just mute him and I'm like, just text me when you're back.
See if this oil long will play out here. Feels like it wants to go back to test 90 again. I'll take a nice dollar move on oil into the close. That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, what it feels like just in the bigger scheme of things is people have gotten out of their shorts in the market, but they're like, okay, we'll stay a little bit hedged with oil for now. I just think that's why oil is still where it's at. Is I think it's the true hedge play. Plus, technically, the deadline is tonight at 7:50, I believe, is the last report. 7:50 Eastern. So I see that one. Trump is privately discussing canceling the trip altogether. One person said, citing Tehran's unwillingness to concede to his demands or nuclear enrichment. Another person said the decision was made because Iran wouldn't commit to meeting. So you've got multiple sources saying multiple things.
Yeah. Which makes for lots of fun.
Here you go again. That Wall Street Journal.
I can't even watch like unrealized P&L here.
Washington recalls its ambassador to Israel for consultations regarding developments regarding Iran's nuclear program. They used regarding twice in the same sentence. I just tweeted that. Breaking. Multiple sources say multiple different things.
I don't know how anyone's supposed to keep up. I don't even have like a news feed on right now in my trading, to be completely honest with you. I'm gonna let if like we really start to rip, I know something important happened, and I'll buy the first dip. But
well, that's the thing. We're in the late stages of this, where news exhaustion, news fatigue comes into play.
100%.
And it goes back to, like, you started saying this earlier about the tariffs.
Right.
Yeah, we would get the crazy headlines on the tariffs and these crazy moves, and then they got smaller, and then they got smaller, and then they got smaller.
I've never made so much from my phone trading.
Yeah.
That day. I think I might have told you where I saw that news. I was driving and I pulled over because I saw the news. I can't remember, what was that news? It was in April. Was it that they were going to not go through with tariffs, or that the tariffs were voted down, or I can't remember what it was. Because remember, he was like saying, oh, we're going to, like, he had that whole press conference with Lutnick with the sign that was like,
yeah.
Remember that? That was
but it was after we or are you talking about on the long side?
Yeah.
It was after we bought them. There was like
that was, I don't know, I think we went up 500 points in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was when he, like, the 90-day pause, I think is what it was.
Yes, that's what it was. And everyone was so off sides. And I remember catching that long on NQ. And before I knew it, I was up like $9,000. It was like 7 minutes later, and I wasn't on huge size. And
I didn't mean to interrupt. This is inverted. If it gets through that 76 level, it might run.
Yeah, we need to get over like 38.
But look at it. SPX is right here
on ES. That's sort of capping it right now, Frankie. If we can get over 40, I agree. We could probably go another 20 points in relatively short order on ES.
Or you get smacked right here.
Or
Or
you
they
can
pin it.
get
Or they
smacked
pin it right
back
here.
down here. This is the spot. So, man, this is that whole 25 to 35 area that's just resistance until it's not. But
The funny thing is, on that same trade, Nara, I was in a short before that.
and
I
you
was looking-
did you reverse it?
No, I was looking for like 80 points lower. And because it was such a violent liquidity sweep, it hit my take profit,
Yeah.
got me out of the trade, and then shot the other way.
Oh my god, that's the best.
So I literally I didn't catch the upside move. I ended up like scalping a piece of it or something, but I didn't catch like the upside move. But for whatever reason, like it was literally on the liquidity spike down. It spiked down like 80, 100 points, and then ripped 500. And I caught that piece just because I
Is
happened
this
to be in
thing
a
gonna
trade.
rip up on us? Look at this thing.
SPX is right here.
It looks like an inverted head and shoulder on the 10.
Yeah, you're hitting VWAP on
Right.
ES as well.
We're getting close to my stop on my last little bit of my position here.
There's a chance that you just get hit right here, though.
I want to do it. I want to sell it here, but I'm reluctant.
I think this is a good sell. I mean, I think
Yeah,
you can
I think it
manage
is
it pretty
too.
well here.
Like right here on yeah.
I like it on ES better than NQ. Oh boy.
Oh, let's go, K9 handler. It's gonna take the lady out. There you go.
Is there background music? Am I hearing something?
I hear background music and then I hear like a cricket.
It's a dog.
Or a fan.
I don't know.
It's a
What
fan
is
in
it?
my computer.
Oh, I can hear it's just this like it almost sounds like a cricket.
If it goes away when I go mute.
Nope.
I have the window open next to me. Maybe it's that.
The wind might be hitting your speaker. 3:30. I'm not playing this game.
Oh boy. Jordan, what do you think about Bitcoin now?
Biddy? Oh boy. I don't even have my charts up. Let me see. I haven't really looked at it much recently. It's getting a pop. I just can't. Until we get through like 83.8, I'm not really confident it's some sort of bottom yet, but it's a nice bounce. Maybe it is.
I think until it gets over like 79, 80, then you can actually run to 84, 86, that area. Right now, it still looks eerily similar to what it did back in January. Had a bunch of the same highs, hit the same high, then it peaked above it, and then it crashed back under. But it's still above for now.
Yeah, I just need to see more, but 75.7, not bad. As soon as I sell it, Daddy would drop a tweet, ceasefire extended. Seriously. Yeah. Is what happens.
I really want to sell it right here, but I'm just
Damn, I need water.
selling.
Where is my playbook?
What's FVG?
Fair value gap.
Yeah, fair value. Yeah.
Okay.
SPX. I think it's worth a shot here.
Yep, I agree. Just got back under 7,100. 100% agree. Now it gets back under like 7095 on SPX. I think it can flush out into the close pretty good.
There we go.
I don't know what FVG, FVG,
Nobody's saying that though, Phil, sir.
IHOP. Not IHOP.
Double inverse turtle soup silver bullet.
Ooh, that's a good one. You know, that's got like an 85% hit rate. The turtle soup bullet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Fenster. I'll do a whole back testing session real time. You can watch me trade the IFVGs. That's all I do.
There we go. There we go. Come on. Pull it a little bit further. Nice little 10-point smack on SPX there.
There we go.
Decent little 25-point drop, 30-point drop.
Oil
There we go.
pushing up for me. I trimmed oil 89.25 from 88.74.
Yesterday's close. I'm taking trim.
Nice little oil trade there. See if we can pop over 89.40 and rip back to 90 before the close here. That would be a really nice close for my account.
Nice flusher.
There we go.
Yes, look for that previous day's low again. 121.5.
There we go. That was that flush out under SPX 95. Sort of all those 7100 things liquidating.
Yep.
What are those crickets, yo? It's the music. I can hear it.
No, I paused it. It's not the music. Look.
It's not my house. It's not my mic, is it? Because I have my window open, like right here.
I honestly don't know what it is because none of you guys are lighting up.
Do you still hear it?
What about now?
No. It might
That
be.
might be me.
It's not bad. I totally thought it was the music.
There we go. 24. I'm going to take a bunch off here and half of what I have remaining, even though I added back around 25. So I'm just going to take a bunch off right here. Where's Tammy?
You're muted. Yeah.
I'm muted?
I think
No,
I think she might be
Empress.
on a cruise.
Uh,
There's 50 points. Just got my next trim. Now it's runners only. Look at this
There
fall
we
apart.
go.
All apart.
Let's go, kids.
Good call, Dan.
Let's go, children.
Very nice.
Look at the oil move too on that. There we go. Give me that 90 scale. Did I get the 90 scale or not? Did I get it? No, I didn't. I missed it by 2 pennies. I'll scale here 89.95er from 88.74. Really great.
There, you would have got it either way right there.
Yeah, but I mean, I missed it by
Good
2
enough. Good
pennies
enough.
initially.
Don't be a dick for a tick, right?
Yeah, no. There we go. Now I still have a position. We get over 90, we're going back to 91 quickly. We need to really get over 90, 15, 90, 20. Dan. I got 2 Dan questions here. Clearance gonna add equities. Yeah, maybe. Single stock futures is going to be the bigger thing for us.
Also, futures are coming on
Yep.
on everything now. Like
Yeah, so
your Mag
single stock-
7s and all
single
that.
stock
So
futures. I mean, I think you're going to see a rush of people actually go over to futures because of single stock futures. I mean, it's a tax advantage way to trade. So
exactly, 100%.
yeah, I where that's what we're 100% focused on is single stock futures. So yeah,
I see a headline: Iran boycotts Islamabad talks. Iran will skip Wednesday's talks in Islamabad, citing U.S. failures to uphold commitment, including, according to Tasneem. Pakistan brokered 10-point ceasefire plan was undermined by weak enforcement and ongoing maritime pressure. Officials see no real progress and say attending would be pointless under current conditions. Yeah, they're saying Iran has made a final decision not to attend.
yeah, that was good for our trades, kids. I'm going to take another half of my remaining oil here, 90.25. Let me see. Yeah, 90.25. And let's see, Phil was 90.19. Beauteous trade to end the day.
Yeah, that was great.
Love when that happens.
Now I made $1,300 today instead of 300. And I was only risking about 300. I was like, okay, I'm either going home with nothing or more. This could turn into a lot.
UK boss. That is apparently me with the crickets. I don't even notice.
Here
it.
we go. Here we go. Come on.
Right next to my window. Scale
Charlotte.
ES 7112 again. That's at the spot that I've been scaling the last 2 days. 7112 scale on ES, now down to runners again.
There we go. Iran decision not to attend. There we go. There we
There's
go.
the oil. There's the oil move. I'm flat oil. Boom. That was a massive trade, guys. Absolute massive trade.
Let's go. Covered for 150 points.
We need a where's the sound effects here?
Another one.
My oil flat. Let's see what my oil flat ended up being. My oil flat ended up being 91.45.
I think we can go to 570 here.
I said
Previous
if
day's low.
we can get over 90.25, it's almost straight shot to 91. We got above that. We almost got to 92.
For those that weren't paying attention, the headline: Iran final decision not to attend.
Not to attend. That was a big old trade for me, kids. Big trade for me. Because
I got a second chance. This thing could really.
JD has canceled trip.
I think it could go down 200 points. Wow.
awesome. Glad everyone, or at least some people got that trade. That oil trade was money.
First oil.
We should go to previous day's low. We haven't touched that yet.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go there. I still have some ES short. So
Oh my god.
Previous day's low is 570 and full extension target.
Okay.
There you go. That's a
took another.
drop.
I'm gonna take another scale here. 71.90.
Order filled.
Yeah, JD canceling his trip was the next one.
7090. I have a little bit remaining here. My entry from this morning was 7160. So let's get me to 7060 and get a 100-point banger. That would be a nice one. Ugh.
535 Sunday's low. If you're looking for the next spot on NQ, just took out yesterday's low. 535.
I don't care if Iran's holding all the cards, none of the cards. I just care about trading.
There may have been one there, Fenster, but I don't play this late in the day personally.
See if you get a bounce for 30 points here off of 570.
Thank you very much, Frosty Dog. I appreciate that. Hopefully you.
There we
Maybe.
go. There we go.
This is not a bad actual long area for a retrace, but this is not my type of deal. 15 minutes into the close here, but you know, this could be a just a bounce type play around 7050 on SPX. That's a big area. That's going to be difficult to break this time of the day. 7050 on SPX. So if you really want and you're really aggressive, you could long this 7050 on SPX. But
Previous
I
day's
think
low
I'm-
sweep right here too.
I think I'm probably going to be done here. You know, oil flat, oil's still going, but you know, that was a really nice $4 oil trade. I'll take that all day. But this is not a bad long spot. If you were short, I think this is the flatten area, gents and ladies.
Well, I love getting in at a technical spot on the chart and then the news just taking you. I love it. And an easy spot. That's what I've been talking about. Dan's one of the best people I know at this, is knowing how to get into a trade where you have easy risk reward, where you can manage your risk reward.
Yeah, I want to trade and be at a spot where I know where I'm wrong and my upside is like, really, I'm looking for always minimum 2 to 1. Look at that pop back up. I'm flat ES. I think I'm going to be flat ES at least. Let me see. I'll be flat if we get back over 7100 on ES. That's where my stop is, right around there.
Look at this bounce. Previous day's low, right back up.
Here we go. Profit target hit. Order reject.
Full IB extension as well there. 570. That's what I was looking for, honestly, this morning or early afternoon. And SPX had some confluence there for a bounce as well.
Yep.
There you go. Boom. Big bounce.
7050. Look at
5
that.
points.
Look at that, guys. That was a great. Yep. There we go. Flat on all. Beauty.
Let's
go.
go.
Went into 10 minutes. That's it. Closing the brokerage, everybody. I'll be here next week.
Chat's going to be like, can you come back tomorrow?
Guys, I don't even know how busy I have been. We have some really, really big announcements about Clear Edge, but just some really, really cool stuff, that features that we are building. So I've been so busy. I've barely been I traded a little bit yesterday morning, and I traded today, but some really.
Hey, look, I love this from Renton right here. Took 3 losses, a break even, and then this one big breakdown got you green on the day. Risk management. It's what keeps you in the game. I don't care if your win rate is 80% or 30%, because I know a lot of people that can do something just like this Renton, and they're very successful because they can manage their trades. It may take you the 5th shot to get the big move, but if you manage your trades properly, you can have a 30% win rate, and that one win make up for 3 or 4 losses. It all depends on your risk reward and your management of the trades and your risk. If anybody that needs to be caught up here, JD Vance has officially called off his trip to Pakistan after Iran also said they saw no reason to go to Pakistan for the negotiations. MOC is coming out in 25 seconds. I'll also say this is why I sit here for 6.5 hours and do a lot of nothing sometimes.
Yep.
Because then you get an opportunity like this that really goes. 1 second. Here you go. MOC. Big pop.
There we go. There we go. That's why we got flat, guys. We don't take risk into MOC. No reason. Look at that. Killer.
Nvidia's a big bell. Intel's a big buy. Nvidia, Apple buy side. Avgo buy side. Palantir buy side. Lot of buy side on tech. Decent sizing, not huge. Decent.
MOC, market on close. Market on close. All the orders that people are placing, MOC. On your brokerage, you can select buy, sell, buy, market on close, sell, market on close. So market on close orders. MOO orders, MOO, market on open orders.
And most of these imbalances are probably going to get paired off pretty quickly here because of the recent action that just happened. Those MOC orders get put in at the top of the hour.
Yep. Yep. I believe the, what is it, 3:30 is the last time to put in a MOC.
Yeah,
I don't use them. A lot of people, a lot of funds use them, and IMs use them.
Yeah.
But you know, especially like people managing, you know, larger portfolios, ETFs use them.
Yeah, if you have, you know, if you need to buy, you know, 100,000 shares of NVIDIA, you can't just throw that on the order book. You got to put it in early, and then they broker it off.
Yep.
The market maker steps in.
They pair it with a buyer or seller, ideally. You know, other market on close orders. That's what market makers will do. They'll try and pair those orders off so it's the least impactful to the order book.
Oh, Zero Hedge is tweeting about short squeeze, so the top's definitely in now.
Could get a little shaky tonight.
If bombs start flying,
Certainly could.
Yeah.
Certainly could, Frank.
Like, you know, like 400 points, 500 points, easy. There's a lot of gaps.
well, yeah, because what catches you? That's the problem. Especially in after hours, what's going to catch you? If B2 start flying, which is not, it's not my base case, but oof. Daily candles are not going to look great either.
I'm actually surprised it's not lower.
Well, I don't know.
People are expecting,
you know,
they're,
like,
they're,
Going 0.75%.
well, they're
3/4%.
conditioned for the taco. That's why.
yeah, and Frank, I do think over the next, you know, 24, 48 hours, we got to go. We have real unfinished business down at 70440. And I can pull up my chart just so people see what I'm talking about.
7040 in SPX.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry, Frank.
Oh, 7040. Okay, another 50 points. Yeah, easy, right?
I mean, and I can, if you want me to share my chart here, guys, I'll just do it very quickly, but very basic sort of overview of how volume profile works, how I use volume profile. You know, blind hole, squint your eyes, the white chart's coming. So very, very simple, right? You've got, this is volume profile, right? You've got high volume nodes, you've got low volume in these pockets here. Like this area we talked about a couple of weeks ago, how we needed to go fill that low volume area. We started getting into it and then we had the news. But if we hadn't had that news last week, we would have very easily come back to 6,200, 6,250. Now here we went straight up, okay? Let's zoom in a little bit. So this is volume profile 101. Now we went straight up. Here's 7040, right? Let's go on an hourly or 2 hour, and let's condense it just like this. All right. You have no volume up here. Look at this, right? Here's that 7040. This is a volume shelf up here at essentially 7,000, we could even call it. So you have no volume, no support up here. It also works the other way, which is why once we got above this area, we squeezed for another couple hundred points. There's
No support, nothing to reject either, right?
So, exactly. So that's why I say, like, we have unfinished business down here. We need to actually do something like this where we need to fill in this volume area up here above this prior all-time high back from early January or late January, excuse me. So that's why, I mean, we have unfinished business there. We are going to travel there at some point. It would make a whole lot of sense for us to travel there pretty quickly. That's a really good area where if we're going to see a continuation trade of this move up, right, we're going to continue from there, or 7,000 or so. We lose that area, right? We're probably coming back to this volume point of control back down here around 68.75. And we're talking to ES here, not SPX. SPX, slightly different look, right? But similar. Now, no volume up here. We're on a sort of condensed 2 hour chart. Well, let's go to a daily, right? You've got your prior all-time high level right here. Oops. So essentially 7,000 on SPX. So no volume up here. We have unfinished business to deal with there. We also have a gap to fill down to 70. What was this? Close 7041. So there's a gap to fill down there. That's 20 more points from here. It's not a whole lot. So that's a gap fill that you could play off of, but really 7,000 on the SPX. So that's sort of just in a nutshell how I use that volume profile to tell me that, I don't know if people were trading with me this morning that were in my room or whatnot, but I use that volume profile to tell me, hey, this wasn't an environment that I'm interested in longing. I'm looking for that sort of unfinished business to get resolved down in this area. That's it. You can open your eyes again. We can go back to a black.
Great
chip.
stuff. And
So,
and the
sort of volume profile 101.
and if you're new to volume profile, you definitely worth studying into. Very powerful tool.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a daily view there. You can also take it down to, like, from one day to the next, 15-minute view.
Look how I'll use it, like ES. Let's go to ES and let's go to a like 5-minute chart even, right? So volume profile, this is called session volume profile. Or actually, no, this is a volume profile HD if you're looking for one on TradingView. Look at this. If you really, I like to condense my charts, right? So I like to zoom out on like a 30-minute chart or a 1 hour chart. That's sort of what I like to do. Then I can really see my volume levels. The red line being volume point of control, meaning the spot where there's the most volume on my chart. I mean, this is just crystal clear to me. We're in a volume gap. We're in essentially a volume void all the way down for the next 60 points, even 100 points. That doesn't mean right now at 358 that you short this, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in the next couple of days, it would make a whole lot of sense, and the markets don't always make sense, but it would make a whole lot of sense for us to go revisit and bounce off that higher volume area down there. That's it from me.
Appreciate that. Beautiful rundown there. Volume profile. I have it on my charts. I also, and like, one thing that I like to do, let me see if I can, I like to just draw, and you can use, let's see, where is it? I think it's right here. Fixed range volume profile. I like to do it on each day and look at, each day as well. And I know
you like the session. I like the HD one because it gives me that bigger picture, but I have to use the daily one for sure.
So I have on the right side of my chart, I have just the VRVP, whatever, the
Yep.
full range of your chart version. And then I've been doing this, and I saw Gov was doing it, and I know
Yep.
Rizzo does it some too. So I started just doing the New York session on NQ, where I can go back and look and see, okay, where was point of control, value area high, value area low? Was there a double distribution that we can travel quickly through?
Yep. Double distribution. That's Gov Trade 101. That's sort of when Gov sees those double distributions, he calls them back up the truck trades.
Yeah, and honestly, like today, this morning, we held at the lows right on yesterday's
go.
POC, and then when we came back down and broke it and rejected the highs,
Yeah.
we traversed through this pretty quickly. So from what 730s basically on NQ, and then your other big volume node down here, distribution node, was 680 basically. And you saw, I mean, just look, here's where we bounced in the morning. We came back down through that, rejected the highs, and then when we broke, we came all the way through and got back down to that level. And then we came down even to basically the market just closed. UAL just reported earnings. Sorry, I'm hearing stuff in my ear. Who else do we have? ISRG today.
Point of control does fluctuate. It goes wherever the most volume is in the session that you're looking for volume in. So like mine was chart session, right? What Ryan's talking about is he uses volume profile on a daily level, so he's looking for the volume that day.
Yeah, and like right now, like if I do today, I can just zoom in my chart to where it just starts right here at the open. And the point of control I have marked right here on ES was at 71.25 today. And
There
then
you
you
go.
can
That's
here's value area high of the day was right where we rejected, which is very interesting here. Right here. Value area high was at 71.39-ish. And that's basically where we rejected this afternoon. And we went straight to value area low. That's crazy. On NQ. And I can delete some of this stuff here. Point of control was 727, which is basically the same as it was yesterday. And then I can also, like he was saying, if I go to like a 15-minute and I can just kind of see a zoomed out view. We have a big point of control right here. 738. As we get down here, there is nothing that really does much until 780 down here where all this was, which was also 480, not 780. But you can see the area that it can move quickly through. And the further it goes down into this, the more it'll accelerate. And then you use previous lows for other areas to watch. So like we swept this low and we hit extension targets. It was yesterday's low as well. And we hit and bounced back. You zoom in. This was previous day's low right here. If you just zoom out, look left, right there, boom, 570, 569. Swept into that and immediately pushed back off of it. Target achieved for most shorts. I mean, that's where, and it lined up with SPX as well. You heard, like I hear Dan taking profit because he sees something on ES or SPX. I see the same similar things on my chart. It's like, okay, well, you have two different types of traders across the market that are taking profit or, trying to get long. One of the two.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. I do have to roll, but yeah, thank you for having me as always. That was fun.
Yeah,
Well, it was
thanks
good
for
to see
coming,
you,
man.
Dan.
Every time you come, I feel like we get some action too.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I don't know if that's
I do bring that. Yeah, we got to talk about some of these new Clear Edge features at some point because
Yeah,
not quite ready, but man, we got some cool stuff coming.
I'm excited.
Let's plan on doing that maybe end of this week or something.
Yeah, I'm for it.
All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
appreciate you, Dan.
Sounds good. Talk soon, Dan.
Trump is going to be live here in a little bit as well, by the way.
Fun.
What do we have going on? I think we've got some meetings.
Sounds
We've got
good,
PvP.
Fenster. I'll probably get it posted either today or tomorrow. Not 100% sure yet. Yeah.
Capital One.
We got office hours an hour early.
Adobe's doing a buyback.
Adobe.
$25 billion buyback for Adobe. All right, guys, I'm gonna close down the stream, get on some of this new stuff, go jump on Sucks and Spaces, help out over there.
Like the stream.
See you, bud.
See everybody tomorrow.
See you, Frankie, Jordan, chat.
I'll be on the
Appreciate
other
you guys.
call in a few minutes. I getting in the car.
Sounds
All right.
goody. Well, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, chat. Gonna be another day. Well, it's Wednesday tomorrow. I'll probably. I'm not 100% sure if we're doing yield max or not. I don't even know. So I might be on earlier. We'll see. Either way,